Today from Maui, and I really have to allow my husband Ed because we were just told a few minutes ago that we would be asked to say a few words. But I'm very, very honored and privileged to say a few words about Alan. In 2009, I retired after 32 years as administrator and executive director of the Native Hawaiian Legal Corporation. And throughout that tenure, Alan was our litigation director. And I just can't say enough about his devotion, his dedication, his accessibility, on call 24/7, weekends, nights, never stopping. And as I thought I would be able to just express these things, I wrote it in a card to him that I brought tonight. But Alan set the bar very, very high and served as an excellent role model for all of our staff attorneys, as well as the many young legal interns that cycled through the organization. Some of these have gone on to become not only upstanding members of the bar, but are serving on the bench as well. Now, Alan, I agree, this recognition and other recognitions like it are long, long overdue. He is our unsung hero. There's not a thing that I would ask of Alan that he would not do. He's like my office husband all the time. And, we work as ohana in our office, and some of the more personal things I remember is that I would be under a lot of pressure. I had to give a presentation. I was not prepared. My speech would be written for me by Alan. He's just so amazing. I like to do my own things, but Alan would always anticipate and know when we needed him, and he was always there. His courage on the front line. He has a reputation for being very dogged and very stubborn, and for that reason, he irritates a lot of people down here. I hear it, so it's kind of like the good guy, bad guy. If I sense that they're irritated with Alan, I go. All right, now it's Moses' job. I don't know Moses. Maybe he'll irritate them just as much. But Alan really was the leader, and his work has been transformative. In every area of Native rights law that we have endeavored and undertaken, Alan has been on the cutting edge, and he has made that difference. I can't say enough about Alan, and I know him very well. 30 years working with this man. He deserves every accolade and honor we can bestow him. And he did tell me that to the organizers of this event that he had preferred that it would be a recognition of the organization, but Alan truly deserves this, and I want to stand up for that, and thank you very much for recognizing him tonight. Aloha.
And you've heard enough of the stories, some true, some untrue, that these people that I love very much have provided you tonight. But I did want to spend a little time to thank some key people, not the least of which is to start with my own parents. Unfortunately, both of them are victims of stroke. And as many of you will probably face with your own parentage, are undergoing various levels of care that make them, of course, impossible to have even travel to come here. But as with many of you, and especially in the Hawaii community that honor their elders, I thank them, as well as them that preceded me, them to allow me to fill the shoes that I fill today. I went to law school never thinking a thing about entering into private practice. Although I didn't know it at the time, what I really found out in law school is that there is a whole tide of voiceless people out there, and they're never heard. And this system of democracy does not work unless they are heard. And so I am totally honored and completely honest about wanting to have the Native Hawaiian Legal Corporation honored tonight, because it gave me the opportunity to do exactly what I wanted to do with this career. And it allowed me to provide some voice to those that could not otherwise articulate that in our courts of law or agencies that are making very fundamental decisions that affect our rights. And it couldn't be any I couldn't be any more blessed than to have been serving in this job. I've told many of my contemporaries who passed the bar with me that I felt that I probably had the best job in town and the poorest paid. But, you know, money isn't everything. And I think when people have to make choices in life, as everybody on the corporation staff has done, every one of them, from the attorneys to the secretaries to the support staff, they all made a choice about what kind of work they want to do. And the Native Hawaiian Legal Corporation really stands out as a stellar example of serving people who might not otherwise be heard. So, not only that, but I also got to see parts of Hawaii that I don't think I would ever see and ever know, or people I would never have met. People like Ed Wendt, that are in these communities and are champions of these communities that you never read about or hear about, because they are unsung heroes, far greater heroes than I could ever be. And I have been really blessed to be able to, and lucky to have gotten to know them over these 3 decades. Some people say from Hilo to Hanalei, I say from Punalu to Naue, because that's the extent of the breadth of our work that has brought me to every corner of this blessed state, that has really, for me, been an honor to serve the people that I have met. And so I want to thank the corporation, all the past staff, my Alani especially, who gave me the atmosphere in which to work and to lay the foundation for the kind of work, the wonderful work that they're doing right now with some of the cases you've been probably reading about in the papers. And so I think they all are deserving of the appreciation and thanks of the entire community. And of course, I want to leave you with a final note of thanks for people in this room that have made this event possible. John Matsuoka, who started off as my first expert witness in a contested case hearing. And, well, he was my second. But we laid a lot of groundwork that I think was really important in those days. So I really appreciate his service to the community, as well as his really close friendship over the years. I never thought I'd be such friends with a kotong, but and finally, of course, I have to thank my wife, Naomi, sitting there with the camera. Hi, Naomi. For being there, both in times of the happy and sweet, as well as during the sad and the sour. As you all know, with marriage, you have your ups and downs, but we've had the fortune of being able to stay in this life together, and hopefully we'll be throughout this life together. So thank you, Naomi. I love you.